Alrighty, we'll call the meeting to order. Alright, I'll start with the roll. And we'll go from there. So, George Alvarez.
Here.
Rodolfo Blanco.
Here.
Eric Brandon. Here now. Steve Grimo. Here now. Matthew here. Jose Llano.
Here.
Jessica Medina. She sent me a text. She's not feeling too well. She's not here right now. Manny Perez. Not here. Romy.
Here.
Andrea is not here. Magali. Right now. John.
Here.
Is here. Carlos.
Here.
Is here. And Daniel.
Here.
Is here. Alright, cool. So, move on to orders of business, deferrals, additions, deletions. The only thing that I see extra here is the local intel that I didn't put here.
Yes.
So I'll throw that as-
That was put in by Andrea.
Okay, cool. I can put that as, I guess, old business, right? It's the same old, same old. I'll put that there as D. We'll talk about it there. Local intel. Cool. Alright, cool. Anybody else? I think we're good. Alright, cool. Move on to the public comments. I don't see any of our friends here today, so I guess we're good. Alright, the approval of the minutes. So we got the regular meeting minutes from the last month. I think we have those back there. That checks out. We can get a motion for that. You guys are good with it.
I would make a motion to accept the minutes as they are.
Cool.
Second.
Cool, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Awesome. Move on to the budget. Alright, we actually have stuff to talk about when it comes to this. I put end of year discussion as the first thing, just to kind of recap where we left off. I know it doesn't really matter as much at this point, Jonathan, but I just wanna be clear, because I know there was a little bit left. There was the thing with, it ties in there, I have it underneath as B, with the Ghani payments and how that resulted. Because I don't really know what the end was with all of that.
So we have the videos, not, make sure that they're in the right place. So he basically, he cut the second invoice from, I think it was 1150 to 800, as sort of a discount, because we were gonna get those. It was the sports one, the two that we watched here, and I believe there was another one. I think there's gonna be a second edit to them with the voiceover, with certain notes that I gave them about, like I know that in the video, the boundary was off. I know, you know, there were certain edits that I submitted to him, so.
He mentioned grow too much. Grow.
Yeah,
grow,
it was-
grow.
Whatever notes we took at that September meeting, it's what I passed along to him, so it's pretty much settled. It's unfortunate that it took a year to get it back, because, you know, we had plenty of missed, I guess, you know, opportunity
Events.
with that, because we did lose a little bit of money that we didn't spend. There's
Alright,
not much
did he
more.
tell you anything about when we would get the final videos or anything like that, or no?
He didn't give me a timeline, but I believe we were talking about it as yesterday, so it's at least still on the front of his mind. I can always poke and prod him when it comes to these videos, but no, not a specific timeline.
Alrighty.
So we don't have the finals yet, so it could take another year?
I don't,
No.
because now it's just perfecting the voiceover, so it shouldn't take, I wouldn't say more than a week or two. No, you know, if he's, because the voiceover is not him, he's getting somebody else to do it, so it shouldn't be something that we're really waiting on. But, you know, I guess you never really know. But no, I wouldn't expect it taking another year.
Alright,
We're in the second, we're in the first month of the new year, the financial year.
Yes.
So how is that, do we carry over again? The
No,
monies we have,
Harry,
or can we have to pay them by September, which is past, September 30th?
no, so we have the videos, now this is sort of just edits that
Right.
we're doing, so.
But we've satisfied our invoicing already,
Right, yeah.
correct? Yeah, we don't have to
Yeah,
pay
yeah.
him anything
Oh,
else,
so
next,
we're-
we're just
No,
waiting for
yeah,
the final
it's-
product.
Oh, okay, so
Right.
invoicing
That's
is done.
Yeah.
better way to put it.
Okay.
Yes.
We've paid him.
cool. Yeah, I just wanted to be clear on that at least. Alright, cool.
Can I suggest maybe we designate someone to follow up with him
I mean,
before the next meeting?
Yeah, I think it's been.
Okay.
I
I kinda left it to Jonathan
Yeah,
next
yeah,
day,
so
so-
him and I are talking right now
Okay.
anyways,
Yeah.
so.
Can we insinuate that we would like the final product before our next
I mean,
meeting?
Yeah, absolutely. And we should, yeah, that's not, yeah,
No, yeah.
that's not a problem.
Yeah, 'cause I remember the last thing was, we wanted something for that boot camp. Was to show
Correct,
there,
that was the whole,
why,
that's
yeah,
what put it into
Yeah.
motion, the
Yeah.
rush, yeah.
Yeah, the big thing. That's why I don't wanna fall now back into like what John was saying, another year, cause we fall back into the
Correct.
complacency circle or whatever, train, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, cool, so just, I guess keep letting us know about that, Jonathan, if you
Yeah,
can.
absolutely.
Alright, cool, but yeah, I just had a similar kind of question as John, like where it ended, basically. Alright, cool, so another thing, part of the budget, and this is something I've had for a while, but I didn't wanna bring it up until we were done with all the boot camp stuff, cause I don't wanna bring in extra things. So, I got the pricing and information from EDC Graphics when it comes to the member pins and the pull-up display pricing. The pull-up display is like those, if you're familiar with it, those banners that we take into the chamber, you pull it up and you prop it up like a stick.
We used to have one.
I know, that was the
Lost.
big thing,
Yeah.
but it's gone.
Yeah, we have no idea.
I
where it
looked
is.
for it, no clue where it is, right, Jonathan? You
Yeah,
ever
no,
find
I-
it? Yeah.
Every now and then when I'm stretching my legs, walking around the office, I'll find a different closet to look in, but.
It's gone.
Watch the
So
minute
throw
we
know.
order a new
Do it
one.
for each
It's
Yeah,
gonna- it's
no,
gonna
no,
always
no,
be
no,
here.
No, no, so that's why we have it here, pricing, that's why, cause I wanna get one.
Willie's gonna be like, hey guys, look what I found in my garage.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Willie said, Willie was still offering us places to look, so if he still has it after he was leading us astray, then that's not very nice, but.
No,
we
I'm
don't-
sure, I'm sure it's just.
Really, all we have is, we have our tablecloths, we have cows, notepads,
The
stickers,
folders, I think, still, right?
folders, which kind of goes back to a rebrand, it's gonna make things a little rough.
Yeah.
Cause I know we had talked about a new logo or a redesigned logo, but we have to think about all the print material that we already have, so.
Can we
But that's
use
just my,
Maybe after
I
we
don't
No,
know.
can we
expend
use
that
that
stuff,
stuff?
yeah, we just start using it.
Right.
I mean, we're gonna bring it to the expo next
I was
week.
gonna say that's it.
That's another thing too, that,
Bingo,
oh,
bingo, bingo.
that's another thing too for the orders
Yeah.
of business, whatever, I'll
Yeah,
put it as
or
new business D,
yes, I was gonna
guess.
say,
The, expo,
Business Expo,
for new business, we'll talk about it there.
next Thursday.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good, you're good. Alright, cool, so when it comes to the budget, I'm not really sure how this works, if we have the motion for this, or what the process is for this, what this even comes out of per se. But I know this is something we've talked about at least, the pull-up display, and I know we talked about name tags, that's what we all kind of agreed on, that we wanted, was little name tags at the bare minimum. And then, well, I know you guys got them, I know some of you guys, some of the OGs have their name tags.
That's a fight hard for that,
Do you
correct
have the-
spelling.
Do you have the quote with you?
The old guard, is that the
Well,
old guard?
The whole guard.
And now I'm gonna change my last name.
Manny says to
Dang
me
it.
all the time. Let's go here.
You're not gonna wanna be a
Right, no,
grandfather,
at this
not gonna
point,
be
with
a
how long
grandfather,
it
even
takes,
worse.
I'm going with a new last name.
Girl granddad.
Spell that one right.
No,
Gotta
just
be
put
right.
down Oh, really?
Thank you.
What?
You can make
Three different
Yeah.
forms of your name.
I forget how many names I have at this
Do you have the quote with you?
I can bring like the proper invoice on the next meeting if you want. This was just here
I
with,
think that's.
that I have like official pricing now that I got
Yeah,
from
yeah,
them.
so if you guys look at our budget, which you'll notice I had a battle with some whiteout. And I clearly didn't win, so, it's our new breakdown of the budget, there's no $7,000 miscellaneous, which, we were very responsible and shifted things around in order to be more, I guess transparent.
Yeah.
So if you look at marketing, we have 10,000 that is if you think about it, 10,000 for local intel, that's already, you know, that's already earmarked for
Right,
that.
it's committed.
So we have that $2,000 left over for marketing, because that is our marketing, item. So that's where that's where any boot camp, well, I guess the boot camp has its own line, but, I guess marketing for promoting the economic development videos, or, you know, new pins, or.
So that's what would fit under there?
That's
Okay.
where, in my estimation, that's where that would go. So, the budget looks a lot better, in my opinion.
Okay, cool. Alright, so we don't do a motion or anything like that until I officially bring in
Yeah,
the invoice and all that?
I would hold off until then.
Okay, cool.
Do you have any like details on it, like how many pins your quote was for?
This was just like around 12 is what I told them to do. I just said 12, but I think we might need a little bit less. We'll probably still get new ones, even for the people that have originals, because there'll probably be a new
Yeah, and you
look.
logo.
So we all
look,
looks the
yeah,
same.
look, yeah.
Um,
Little flip display.
yeah, and a put-up display. Those are the two things I think when we talked about it last time. I remember like noting down of all the different like promotional items we talked about. We were like,
Right.
these two are the ones
Yeah, because the name
Together.
tags are basically, it's our equivalent
of
of
a
a
shirt.
t-shirt.
Yeah,
you and I think it looks a lot better. It's more.
you can wear it with a
You
jacket.
show up to the boot camp with that, and
Yeah.
it looks legit.
Yeah.
So
And then the
Yeah.
put-up display is just good for the expo and just other events like that. I think it's just good. It's just helpful to have a pull-up display. We use it a lot for the chamber. I know the BNI uses theirs a lot too. It's just nice. It's a good little source of info that we can bring up and just take photos on various things. All right, cool. So next meeting, I'll bring official quotes and then we'll do the motion for that. I'll take note for that. Awesome. All right, cool. So we can move on to the old business then. All right, cool. So I got the BTR list update. We'll fly through this quick so we can do the rest of the stuff.
yeah, I have
What's up?
no, I tried my best. I feel like every time I get closer.
Oh, to, like,
I get
organize the
closer
people?
at organizing it appropriately.
Yeah, no
So
worries.
We'll see how.
Yeah, as we
how
go
close
down,
I got to
we'll
that this
figure
time.
it out. We don't have Andrea here to correct us on any of the things. She usually has the inside scoop on all the
She has
people.
a scoop on her.
Yeah, exactly. But whatever, we'll go.
Don't waste my time. What she knows is, it's a renewal.
Yeah, that's why she might know for the most part.
Oh, they changed the rest, it's, 106 to 107 now,
Yeah, that's true.
She knows.
Maybe it's something we defer for the
I
next
was
meeting,
gonna-
honestly.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
We do have a lot of little things to talk about.
Sure, I'm fine with that.
I'm down to do that, John. I think that's the better idea.
You wanna waste.
I think we defer and we wait for
No,
Andrea,
she-
just so we're not
you know,
spinning
half
our
these
wheels.
things she knows that it's closed or a different suite or something.
Yeah, just so we're not spinning our wheels. I think that's a good idea. And also, we have a couple other little things to recount. Yeah.
You did it first or
Third,
second? You got
fourth.
it.
Yeah.
Fourth?
Yeah, so I think we're good on that. We'll do that the next one, we have a little bit more time to read. Alright, cool. Another thing, and I'll pull it out here. I've got the Diosa invoice, I got the W-9. I have it right here, I'm gonna hand it to you, Jonathan, right now. We got it on tape. Alright, here you go.
I don't know the exact, procurement ordinance and all of that stuff in my, up here. I'm gonna make sure that it's still okay to be charged to last year.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
There are certain things with like, if it's dated by the date, and we have deliverables by then it's fine, but I don't know if there's a certain. I'll talk to, budget about it. I will say we have $3,000 in the networking. I don't know if that was for 4 events of $750 each in the fiscal year.
No, I think we usually do 500.
What
So-
is the date of the invoice?
The invoice is dated for the 20th of September for an August event,
Which,
which.
It was invoiced and.
Right, but if it came to us 2 years from now and it was still dated correctly, there's still time to.
They should be fine because.
Yeah, I'm just
It's
gonna,
accrual.
I'm just gonna do my
Yeah,
annoying, hey budget.
This is your problem now.
Yeah. So, we'll take care of that.
Alright, cool. Alright, cool, and then I have here, next up is the status of the EDC promotional videos, but we covered that, so we're good there. Hopefully by next meeting is what I'm gonna put there. Next meeting. Alright, cool. Alright, then we'll move on to local intel, since we got that here. I was looking at this before, and all this is now, Jonathan, is just this is just the visits, right? This is just a general traffic report.
Yeah, this is all that we,
It's not as in-depth as the other ones we've looked at, right? I know the other ones were, or the email one, I think, actually, was a lot more in-depth. So this is just the visits for, what is it, 3-month period? July to September? That's 3 months, right? Or is that more?
yeah, that's the quarter.
July to September, yeah. 3 months. So in total, it's only 70 visits on the actual local intel thing. Do we have the analytics report for the actual, like our local, that website, the what is it, the local? No, not local intel. What's the other website? The Shop Miami Lakes, that one. Do you have a traffic report on that? Because that might be a little bit more helpful. Because this is just a traffic report for local intel, right? Like the
I don't know
actual
who
like
actually gets
software.
I don't know who actually has the back end of the reports. I can ask Claricel if there's any way that we can access that information.
Yeah, see if we can get that for next time. Because I'm curious how the Shop Miami Lakes website is doing in general. Because that's honestly a little bit more important. Because if let's say the Shop Miami Lakes website is getting, I don't know, 1,000, 1,500
Biz.net,
visits.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. MiamiLakesBiz.net.
Right.
Alright, so let's say that one is getting, is getting 2,000 visits a month, and we're only seeing, 70 visits on local intel out of the 3,000 that are visiting the website, then local intel might not make a lot of sense. But if it's something along the lines of, we're only getting a small 200, something like that amount, and those people are being siphoned into local intel, then it just proves that that website's doing what it's there to do. It's there to be hyper-focused, and it's just for the business people. But I just wanna make sure that people are even
Yeah, I think-
going to it.
Yeah, I think it'll be Claricel that I need to
Okay,
clarify
cool.
that. There's an interesting, a lot of Canadian action.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys are seeing that.
and their time on the website is insane.
Yeah. That's very interesting. Are you guys seeing that?
Well, it's only 3 visits, but
Yeah, 3 visits.
the person that was there
They were going, they
clicked
were
a
very
lot.
busy.
Yeah, they clicked a lot and they were on the website for a long time. So whoever it was very interested, that person from Canada.
Should we ask?
Maybe it's like, I don't know, what's the organic grocer that's based in Canada? Maybe it's them.
be
Maybe they
cool.
got our letter.
And it's on the west coast of Canada, so it's like.
Oh, is it? Oh, BC, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the affluent.
How interesting.
What is it, state?
That
Like
person,
Vancouver? Where is it?
Yeah.
British
Vancouver.
Columbia.
that person definitely clicked around.
Cool. Maybe it's the Virgin Atlantic guy.
Yeah, action for
Actually,
visual.
I
Richard,
don't-
Richard Branson.
Actually, I have clients that live in Vancouver.
That's interesting.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, it could be.
All in all, I like local intel. I like being able to offer it as a source, like just so we have this.
Yeah, and
Right,
I wish
knowledge.
I had updates on. So we're getting our new website relatively soon.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's
I know that's
news.
been cooking for a while.
It's news.
Exciting.
It's a lot of stress, but that's what we're here for. I don't know the exact integrations or anything that I can update you guys excitingly.
But this isn't related to that, right?
No, just as an aside, I don't know if
Yeah.
there are any integrations with the new website.
But Miami Lakes
Or
Biz,
embedding it, I don't know,
yeah, is Miami Lakes Biz gonna be recreated? That MiamiLakesBiz.net?
I have no idea,
You don't know?
I have no idea.
Can you look into something, Jonathan? This local intel, I think we're at the top this year. It was 3 years, you guys remember?
This is 3 years?
I think it was 3 years. I think it was 3 years.
Yeah, just make sure
I
that it's
think it
not
was
auto
3 years.
renewal.
That it's not?
Yeah, that it's not, that doesn't automatically renew for another 3 years or 2 years.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
have
so
options
we
to
can
look at
vote
it,
on,
yeah.
yeah.
I will bring that.
Cause it is half the budget, so.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, a little more than that,
Yeah.
Okay,
but also
I'll bring
think
that up
about
as
it,
well.
how worth it's really been.
We're reevaluating.
Correct, exactly, yeah, and evaluate and all that. Cool.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, and to double check, I guess, yeah, when that end date is, just so we can,
I thought it was sometime this fiscal year, but maybe,
yeah,
if
maybe
not,
not.
it'll be next year, cause seems like it's been a while.
Cool. Yeah, I wasn't here. If it was a 3-year one, then I wasn't here for that first. Someone just knock? Or?
Yeah.
No, I somebody went like this.
Oh, okay, okay. Alright, cool. So we're gonna look into for now. We can move on to the new business. So the first thing I have here is the recap of the small business boot camp. So before I get into it, any comments or anything like that from anybody? Anybody that visited or anything that went?
Do we have final numbers on it?
How
Shop,
many
you know.
actually came?
Registration, we had over 50 people check in at the front desk.
Awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we had a lot of on-site registrations. The biggest thing that probably happened is that we had a lot of people that said that the website maxed out.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
that
that
was one
was
of my
our-
points for feedback. I don't think we should put a limit on it.
I
think-
agree, yeah,
I
that
think we
was
should
my
just let
biggest thing.
people register and,
Just see what happens.
and we'll see what
Well,
happens,
What
yeah.
was the limit before?
I don't know, I
So
didn't
what was
look
a
at.
hundred? We brought it to
The-
200,
100?
The
right?
actual limit that we capped it at was, I think it was,
Like 70 or
I
something?
think it was 80 or
I
100.
think it was 80 at first,
But
then we
they
upped it to
increased
100.
Yeah,
Up to 200?
yeah,
Right,
you're
and
right.
then
We'll increase it
Right.
to 100.
out of that 100, we might have
And
had.
we.
And then we
opened
ended up, I mean, without counting the committee, we had roughly, like, I would say like 54
Okay.
people come in
But
and
of
register.
those 54, there was a substantial percentage that just
Showed up at the
wasn't there,
door,
that said
correct.
that they couldn't have registered.
Right. There were a lot of people that registered that did not show up.
Right,
But
so-
there were a lot of people that came
What
that
I'm
said
saying
that they
is-
couldn't register,
Yeah,
so,
Out of the
yeah.
100 that registered, you probably had 40 that might have shown up.
Correct.
So we gotta keep that.
I actually think it was less, I
I
actually
was
think it was
venturing to
less,
say it was less, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
err on the side of caution.
yeah,
But I'm saying for
Yeah.
next year, if we gotta put a number on it, it should be,
40%.
you know, calculate like a 40-50%
I
of people
remember
that
at the
register
last
will actually
meeting,
show up.
there was
Right.
sort of discussion of having like a nominal fee for entry.
Yeah, just like.
Just so there was a little more skin in the game for people to show up.
I don't know.
We do have
I-
another 12 months to think about
We can
that,
think
but
about
I
that.
don't know that it's.
Yeah.
For sure.
What was the total
I mean,
attendance?
even if you have like $1.
50
Like
Usually
50 like 54.
50, yeah, mid fifties.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of just how it is, people should, if it's a free event, if it's a registration that's free, it's
Correct.
basically
Yeah.
useless, but it at least helps us know how many people are going to show up. It may be useless to have a registration.
I mean, it's
at
not
all.
useless, we get them in our loop of our newsletter and all that, right? Or no?
Right, but I think it'd be better as a, it's not, in that sense, no, but when they show up, we can still get them by getting their check-in information.
Yeah.
You know, thank you for coming, sign in.
I think it would be great if we had like a way of digitally checking people in at the door, even if it's just a laptop or two. Because for example, I mean, I actually think that I still have it at home because I didn't know if we were gonna need it, but I had anybody that signed in that day
Yeah.
give me their name and their email for purposes of, our email list or blast or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I think if we had a way of collecting registration data on an iPad or on a laptop or whatever,
Yeah, it'd go a long way.
that it would go a long way to making sure that we capture those, those people.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or maybe like, on our end, if we're technology limited, a QR code that they can scan, sign in.
Whatever, something,
Yeah.
Or a tablet.
Yeah.
I think building has a tablet.
Yeah, there's like one in the front there, I know. I don't know if it's available, like to use as a.
I just
you
think,
know.
since it's during business hours, probably not.
Okay.
Like we've used it for the Veterans Parade when we're selling things, or at the Mayor's Gala. But yeah, business hours thing, it's probably off
It's like in
the
use.
cards, yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Whatever, we'll worry about it when we're a little bit closer to the boot camp again, but.
Yeah.
I like that.
I
think
did
it's a
have
good
some
idea.
notes, I don't know if you guys had any other feedback to give regarding it.
I was just gonna ask, because I was there obviously, but was there any one group or person that sort of stood out? I know we had Bank United, we had Prosper, and we had the FIU people. Of that group, was there anyone that sort of got more attention or seemed to impress the group? I think that's.
I feel like everybody did a pretty decent job.
I think they
the
did
ladies
a-
at the end did a really good job.
I think
though,
they all
in
did a
Kyle's
pretty good
office.
job. My biggest observation about the event is what I think we were talking about since the inception of it is, was it informational? Yes. To my taste, it was very general.
Yeah.
So I really wish that for next time, our participants can walk away with something concrete. So for example, I'll use as an example, the SDBA, woman that we had, on behalf of Bank United. She was excellent in explaining, I think she talked about, if I remember correctly, like 2 really big options with the SDBA and kind of explaining what they are. That's great, but I mean, you can look that up online, you know what I mean? Like it was basically just a definition. If instead she would have gone through, this is what an application looks like. This is how you fill out an application. These are the things the criteria that we look for in an applicant to get a successful loan, you know, something like
Much more
that.
hands-on.
More
Yeah.
hands-on, exactly, like, you know, more,
Walking through
cause we
the
called it a
process.
small business boot camp, you know what I mean? It was more like a small business info session, right? So that would be my only critique going into next year, is for next year, I would challenge our speakers to really provide a deliverable, not just in general information, which really was kind of an in-person regurgitation of their website.
And yeah, we didn't accomplish like the
Right.
specific objective of it, that it was like teaching
Mm-hmm.
to them. Like they did teach, it was good, it was very
It was
interesting,
informational,
very,
it was
very-
informational.
Very good in a lot of aspects, but everybody was talking about their programs, not specific to, you know, how to do a business.
Like,
plan,
how are
let's
you
call it,
going to
or-
interact with
Correct.
them?
or marketing strategies, and after that, they explain about specific their
Correct.
Makes
their
sense.
situations, you know.
I would think, and I know it's hard because there was like one particular person in charge of each person, so things get lost in translation. But I feel like if we had to come up with a way to explain it to the speakers, this is your TED Talk on your specialty,
Yeah.
right? So you need to instruct. You don't need to educate. You need to instruct, right? That would be the change that I would make it from this year for next year.
You know what I'm saying, that's what you were saying, maybe we could add specific people to that, so a CPA, here's the
That's
accountant.
what I would do for next year.
Score,
I think it's just
Score,
getting-
which does business planning.
That's what I would do for next year, is
An
instead of
attorney that does
organizations,
a structure.
instead of organizations, professionals, you
Professionals.
know?
Right.
So, because I think that's what business owners need, you know, is guidance.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like
Contracts.
Yeah, I
like a
agree.
business marketing person.
Mhm.
Like, for instance,
Not
we
just-
could get Score, that does business plans for businesses, and they're free.
It's like if a public relations or a marketing person.
And
came in,
marketing, public relations.
But all they
person.
talked about was explaining what Facebook was.
Right,
But it's like,
exactly.
no, we need.
I mean,
Right.
you
We
know,
need to know, okay, what
What
is
about
the
Twitter,
outcome?
what about
Right.
this, what about that?
How
what
is your
about that?
specific, in this county, you know, the age group? and
Or,
that-
you
that
know-
Or even more than
corresponds
just
to-
that, like how to start an ad campaign. right?
Correct.
This is how you get it
Yeah,
started.
right,
Like,
you
you know,
like,
how
this is what
much
you should
money
look
goes
for.
how
Which I could bring
far.
somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they can make the decision for themselves as,
Correct.
is this too crazy for me? Should I reach out?
Yeah,
or can I
I-
try this myself? Like,
In my, there
Right.
aren't too
I
many
get what Roman's
notes
saying. I think
that
that's
I
the-
have, I felt got a little bit too, not political, that's probably not the appropriate word for it, but it almost at times felt like a campaign for the mayor.
the county,
and her
yeah,
office.
I agree.
And you know, there were certain, you know, aspects of, you know, tying, I wrote down that there's a crossover between policy and small business. And that was something that came up specifically in the Q&A, which I think is fair game because, you know, economics tie into policy and business concerns tie into all, which I just felt it got a little,
Too general.
yeah, it goes back into being too vague and too,
That was my thing,
Yeah.
is towards the end,
Yeah.
I felt, you feel the room kind of like that the last speaker was great because she kind of felt it too and got the energy back up in the room, which is fantastic. But yes, I think at the end, it became a lot of, like show and tell, right? And again, if we come from a more, workshop approach, it's a good speaker would engage the audience
Yeah,
and
I
ask
think-
for, ask questions.
Right.
Again, more like a seminar,
Yeah.
less like, I don't know, an open house is kind of what it felt
I
like.
wrote that it didn't
Yeah.
get too far into the meat and bones
Right,
of what the county brings. to
And
small business.
also, if we can get more support from our politicians.
Absolutely.
that would have been nice.
It would have been nice.
Good feedback, Carlos, yes.
Yeah. I think that would
Maybe.
have been the time for politic things.
Maybe.
not that-
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know about
You
that.
could have had
Sometimes-
Sometimes.
It may not be, it may backfire,
Yes.
because then they're there, oh, they're there.
Well, I
Backfire.
think that could.
But you're
come
at
down
least
to-
one person or two.
That should come down to planning, because I don't think it's inappropriate. It could very well get inappropriate, the context of it, again, just becoming an ad or a campaign. But we have,
No,
we have
They
council
were there
members-
not as campaigners. Like,
Right, right.
They were there
Yeah.
either as,
But I'm saying
their
specifically,
positions
like
where they are
elect,
currently.
but specifically elected officials, like,
yeah,
you know, some of them have businesses.
Right.
And some of them,
Yeah.
I think pretty much all of them,
Yeah.
to an
Have
extent,
some type
run
of
a business
Yes.
or
Yes,
some
or
A specialty,
professionals, or
yeah.
professional.
So
I don't
it's-
even think
I think
it's-
it could be appropriate.
I don't even think it's necessarily like we wanna get elected officials there. My only observation is, and maybe this is just me, but I really saw this as an opportunity to draw attention to the town of Miami Lakes, offering this to the community at large, and at the end of the day, what's our end goal is to promote our town
Yeah.
and to promote it as a place to do business in, right? So, I mean, whether a bunch of elected officials come or not, I don't think that's really a big thing, but I would wish that for the next one that we do next year, our town elected officials come.
yeah.
And, you know,
Right,
and
'cause this is
do
what the
give a
town-
little shout out to Miami Lakes at that point, because we want Miami Lakes to stand out, you know? We, like,
Exactly.
yeah,
At least one, right?
yes,
Yeah, it's fair.
Because what happened too is one of the presenters was saying us, Rene Garcia, for example, was here, or Major C was here, and he was,
right,
no, he didn't come. It like, you know, kind of make
Right.
us look a little bit bad on that sense. So I think we don't have to bring everybody or anything.
right,
Just one that represents, that says that this is what we're doing for the town, for you guys.
Yeah.
You know?
it's okay.
I think it's interesting, like, the old guard, right, Rudy?
Right.
If we go back about a year and a half, George and I think Rummy was perhaps
Steve-
not there, but
Steve
we
was there.
started all
Steve.
this on a different note. The idea was, we've gone 180. So we've gone from Raphael Schuck,
Yeah.
the accountant, and also we had a marketing person at the time.
An attorney's role.
We were attorney, yeah, so
Yeah.
we were gonna be specific to the small business thing. And the way it's turned out.
Yeah,
And we went the other way, we went to a generalization of small businesses, what you could do in a general way to get started. So
I think
now,
it's-
we
I think
should
it's
go back to
because-
where we started.
yeah, I think it's because the idea with, you know, that we had initially were podcasts,
Yes.
not this. And then, you know, and I mean, you know, my hat's off to Steve, cause he actually made it happen. Steve said, I have an agenda, let's just copy it and do it, and we actually got something
Sure.
done, you
Yeah.
know, so,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's better than not, because
Right.
that idea
Uh-huh.
kept sitting in a,
Absolutely.
you know, in a think tank and never took off the ground.
Absolutely.
But I think for next year, we can build on this same, you know,
Yeah,
this
this
same
framework that we
outline,
mentioned.
Marry the
Yeah.
two.
but then just switch up what speakers we're
And have
inviting.
it- Have it specialized.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, I agree with that.
Have a
100%.
marketing specialist come in,
Yeah.
have
Right.
a
Right, a legal guy that
financial
comes in,
and
a
specialist come
CPA,
in,
yeah.
I think
I
You
did
need
show
that.
the people getting out happy though. They did feel that they did.
they got
catch
something out of it, yeah.
And that they did learn stuff, because it was very interesting.
Yeah.
It was not like boring or anything, it was interesting. I personally learned a lot of it, and, you know, things that we can do as business and stuff like that. So it was not bad, I think that people were happy. Things that we can improve, yes.
No, 100%.
But I think it was a good event. in general.
Yeah, I was happy with it.
Yeah, and we got the amount of people
Overall,
that
it's
we pretty much
good.
I walked
expected,
away
around
very-
50, like, really good.
Hey, it's the first one, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very hopeful about it. Anything else, maybe the venue, any comments on the venue or?
I thought the venue was
food?
great, the food was
The food was
good, I didn't think that was bad at all. The arrangement was a little wonky at times, cause I know that like we had like
Yeah,
speakers over
size.
here, I don't know if
The
there's any way
size.
to fix that.
It's a limitation, I
Maybe-
guess, of chambers.
Maybe if,
The
I don't know if
setup.
it's an option, but what if we had put like the food on the side and the speakers like on one end of the room, like the panelists? I don't know if that's an option.
What do you mean?
Cause I just, for example, like we had in the chamber, there's like the TV on the side, right? So like when a speaker was presenting, everybody had to go like this. There's isn't there a drop down? No, there's not a drop down
No, we
projector.
had the chairs facing the
That's it,
TVs,
okay.
though.
Yeah, they had it.
No, the TV was up against the wall.
Yeah, the
and the
really
chair
big
was
ones.
facing
Well,
the
there-
wall.
Two little ones.
there-
Yeah.
Okay.
There was another one on the side.
Front.
There was
There are 3 TVs. There
Okay.
are 2 where the chairs were facing, and then the
Right.
one
That's what it was,
above the
is-
IT room.
Yeah, it's
above
just, that's
the-
like
Right,
a clear one.
Because,
That
right,
one,
that's the
right.
clear one, and also, if you were like me, I was sitting in the back, like, closer to the food,
Yeah.
and I mean, like, it's, you know, the TVs are not that large, all the way on the
Yeah,
other
you
side. I
can
just
see
don't
them.
know if there's a better way to, like,
No, I wish
arrange
we had a
it.
pull
They
down.
didn't
Yeah.
have
Like a screen.
Like a screen, yeah.
They
But-
don't
Yeah.
have like a good setup for it.
Yeah.
I asked for the drop down.
Right.
thing and
Oh,
they-
They don't
oh
have-
my God,
okay.
anyways.
The
You can put it in the
networker,
budget.
can I just say the networker
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Chula's, I
yeah.
thought was the best part.
That was-
That was great.
I thought the
That was
networker at
nice.
Chula's was the best
I wish
part.
it was.
The hospitality was awesome, and I did not know that we collected that much in raffle prizes.
I was gonna say the
I was
raffles were
like, there's
amazing.
another one, there's another one, it was fantastic.
Yeah, and I still gave the leftovers to you.
I have the leftover gift card.
It got
Maybe we
people,
can wrap
it
it.
got people really pumped up,
Maybe we
the
can wrap it.
Which I think we
networker
start
was by
doing
far the best
them
part.
at just different events, I guess, right?
We could-
And
we
a
could raffle
lot
them
of
at
the
the
people
networking.
did came.
Yeah,
and
tomorrow, yeah,
they
tomorrow I
did-
think I wanted to talk about.
They
Yeah, how many
did-
you have?
they did-
Maybe.
They did network a lot.
You guys are coming out
Yeah.
with food all.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
did.
realize there were that many.
You come out with trade.
No, they came out with, some servers came out with that.
Yeah.
But
Different
a
things.
lot of people did came,
So,
they did network, they did get to know a lot of them, new businesses, new
Yeah.
people that have come, other one like the school that they were doing. And when we did the raffle, they introduced to themselves, so there was a lot of, networking that, we were able to do.
No, overall it felt like a good, positive event, like it was good for the community. I think basically Romy hit the nail on the head with what we could do to improve when it comes to getting more people, when it comes to the quality of the speakers and what they can bring to the table.
Yeah.
I think those are definitely the two main pain points, what I
We
would
could
say.
even add at some point in time, because it is to show how business friendly it is, building department, you know, the BTRs, I mean, what does it take?
Oh, yeah.
I need to pull up, I need to
That's
change
cool.
an AC, what does it
Yeah.
take?
How to do business.
I like that,
Usually the
that's
application,
really
it
nice.
takes you
How to
2
do
days.
business with Miami?
How to
I
do
like
business
that
with the
too.
town? Because what do? You gotta pull an AC permit, you gotta pull this, you gotta
That's
Yeah.
actually really
Get
good.
a
You gotta pay impact
get a
fees,
license.
you know,
get
so
a-
how do you do it?
yeah.
So we could do a.
That's part, you know, it could be a 20-minute piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we have
Have
a
somebody-
marketing
Yeah.
specialist, a financial specialist, a legal specialist, we
Right.
could have a town
The
board.
rates
or-
official.
Yeah,
official.
and
or
I
it's
mean, you
Danny
know,
and BTR,
This one in
and then-
particular
Official
is
from
how to
Miami
do
Lakes.
business with the town of Miami Lakes, but it extends to any
Right.
other,
So
you
it
know,
could be
township or
municipality.
municipality that you would work with.
It could be
Usually-
Danny with BTRs, it could be our committee with
Yeah.
networking events, it could be, you know, local sponsorships. You know, again, on behalf of the town, you know, we have all these events, we love businesses to come out, sponsor, be very visible. Yeah, a town segment.
Showcase.
The town showcase.
Cool.
Town officials.
And it's not like, go to the building department, no, this is what it takes.
Which could-
If
which
you
could-
want, we have the
like
feed
town
list
officials.
outside, you know.
Town
we have-
officials.
Which could tie into
Oh.
ribbon cuttings, which could tie into, again, an elected official saying this is what the town is doing.
Yeah.
City manager would
Yeah.
be, like, usually the best person.
Yeah. It'd be cool definitely
Yeah,
to
you're right.
teach people how to get their BTR doesn't.
City manager is the best person.
So
It'd be
stop
super cool.
killing me and my dad.
So survey, I see survey, do we wanna send out?
Yeah, 'cause remember that's something we talked about.
Could you send me those contacts?
Sure, yeah, I'll scan them over to you and email them to you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I still
And
have
then I
them
can
at
send
home.
out,
I figure there's like, does Eventbrite have a thing for that? I thought they did.
I could just pull their emails, I don't know if
Alright,
there's
maybe
like a-
just do the Google
Yeah,
Doc survey,
I could make
whatever.
a survey monkey or something.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't
Maybe
hurt, you know,
feedback.
send out a survey to the people and then if they come back with any new feedback, we can go over it and I don't think it hurts.
Yep.
I don't think it hurts to do.
I'm happy to do that.
Guys, just to let you know, I have a hard stop at 6:30,
You're good.
so let me know.
That's fine.
No, you're good, yeah, we're about
Good,
to
we're
wrap
about
things
to
up
wrap.
anyways. Okay, cool, so just to end off this small business bootcamp thing, just so we don't lose the flow, like we have all these good ideas still going, I'm gonna leave it up to us, I guess. When do we wanna start planning for the next one again? I think we should do it sooner than we did the last one, 100%.
Yes,
That's why, I'm thinking like January we start planning and getting people.
To start
Or
planning?
even earlier,
Just
December.
throwing
I
off
think,
ideas.
because
When
it
do-
takes us so
do we wanna
long,
have
because
it
we can
again?
only,
Yeah,
we
'cause
can
we only
only
have
do
once
in
a month,
meetings.
yeah.
I think starting in January, we should start
January.
making it an agenda item.
Yes.
And maybe in January, you know, we talk about speakers and we
Right.
pick our
Well-
speakers, and then by the time that February rolls around, we'll confirm the speakers,
Okay.
and you know what I mean?
Well, do
'Cause
we
that whole
want it at the same
process
time?
takes a while.
And the
do you
same
mean?
date.
Do we want the
because
same
we were
date?
talking
Oh, yeah.
about,
I
you
don't
know,
think I should.
at
Maybe one
school,
earlier, maybe, I don't know.
finishing and,
Right.
you know,
I think-
everybody's out of town.
Was the day good? That's
Yeah,
another issue.
I think having it at the end of the year, maybe because we weren't so structured and it happened to work out where we said, okay, we have money left over, let's spend it on gift cards. We at least know what we have for the event now, so we can have it earlier.
Yeah, earlier.
I think end of the fiscal year was
The
perfect.
timing was great, I wouldn't change the timing, I thought it was good.
So,
Because of
September.
the people that came, yeah.
And the mailing list, I mean, we could send the invitation to just specific businesses in the town. Can we do that? Through the BTR maybe?
Yeah.
Because if it is a boot camp, like you said
For the
earlier, they're already here,
businesses.
just invite them and
Yeah.
Sure.
have them learn.
Oh,
Why
yeah,
not?
for sure, yeah. That could be part of the whole networking part of it.
Yeah, we should start in January.
I I can speak with Danny about
Yeah.
how to best.
I'm already gonna-
parse through his BTR list and who's new and
And I
who's-
think this time around, cause I always liked Carlos's idea a lot of on the marketing materials, like include the agenda, right? Especially if it's gonna be a meatier agenda, because somebody might see, you know, how to apply for town permits and be like, yes, I wanna come because of that, you know?
That's another thing we didn't
Yeah.
get 100% either, was
Yeah.
like the
It-
little
it was-
Correct.
quick
Yeah.
blurb, of
Yeah.
like, oh my god,
Yeah.
this is the grab point.
We got
Right.
little
You
things
can even get the
from,
police department, we have low crime, you can have them come, any
Mhm.
questions, what do you do if I need extra patrols, do you know?
Mhm.
Cool, yeah, so I'll throw it on the agendas for these next two, I'll put it like a little brainstorm thing, and then we'll see at the meeting if we wanna talk about it. And in January, I'll put it officially like new business for us to talk about, so we'll be good. Just to keep it on our minds. But alright, cool. So the next thing is the upcoming business networking social. Alright, this one is we didn't really discuss this, I don't think it's in the, like this isn't in the books in terms of like, check for them, so that's something we can talk about now. Cause this just kind of sprung up from Tico, because he kind of came up with the idea, did it with the BNI and all that. And he kind of got us in there. I gave like the unofficial sure that we can kind of participate in that, but I kind of left it up to this to keep it official. But, you know, he already threw us in all the ads and everything.
Yeah.
But,
This for the Halloween party tomorrow?
this is the one that's tomorrow,
Great.
yeah. We just didn't get a chance to
Approve.
like approve and say that, you know, yeah, we're a part of it. I don't know if we can do the check for them and all that. I told them already ahead of time that that's not to guarantee that to them, that we didn't vote on this, so that's not something that is gonna happen per se.
well, I mean,
So-
if it's voted on here, then.
That's why, but I just wanna say, we're not stuck with that. It's not like, we're not like stuck with it, so it's up to us.
I think it's already been advertised.
I mean, I think it's a good thing. How much are we?
Usually it's 500, right?
500?
That's what we do? Yeah.
Okay.
So it would be the start of the first, it would be the first 500 of the new
And that comes out of.
networking business,
That
the
comes
business
out of
network and
our
social budget, right?
network
Business networking social, so
Yeah.
we have, is that
The third one.
3,000 or
Yeah.
3,800?
3,000.
3,000, okay.
Yeah, the Sigma rate.
I motion to approve $500 allocated to the October 25th networking social out of our business networking social budget.
And use the leftover cards as a raffle, maybe? Cause there's,
Up to you guys.
might as well.
We don't have to use all of them, but we can use a set of them.
You have a
Like
motion,
three or
second, I mean, you have to get a
I
second.
have
So
it.
I'll
Yeah.
second it.
And then we'll discuss.
And then we'll do
Okay, do the discussion now,
I don't know if we need that.
the 3,000, that puts you what, at 6 events at 500?
That's what we
I
want,
think
yeah.
we gave ourselves,
Yeah.
not we, I think the committee gave itself some headroom with it, which I think could be good if this, you know, not an issue, but if something comes up with this, where we have to pay for it from this year. I don't know, I believe it was for the 500, I don't know if we upped it to 750, because that's what would be a quarterly, cut.
We've been doing them this year every.
We've been doing 500 and we've been doing once a quarter.
Yeah, quarterly.
Yeah.
But there's headroom, you know, I guess we
And
can.
sometimes
I mean,
even
there's
more
not,
often.
there's no, I mean, well, let me not say that, I was gonna say there's no reason why we can't take leftovers for the boot camp or something like that, or, again, or we can do the same, we can invest in gift
I
cards
mean,
and, you
it's not
know,
great to have leftovers.
Yeah.
But, you know, if, it's a lot easier to, you know, if we burn $2,000 on networking, if we have $1,000 and we want one, cause we can move 700 without councils,
okay,
without having to go to council and make a
Okay, that's good
report.
to know.
cool,
So there's a lot more
There's room.
flexibility.
alright, so that's my motion.
You had a second.
Wait a second.
Okay, cool, so all in favor?
Aye.
Cool, so we're good there. So I'll work on getting that info from Strega for the W9 and the invoice. W9 plus invoice. Cool. Alright, and now the next one is the next quote-unquote official business networking social. So I don't know if that's something we wanted to discuss now or if it's something we wanted to leave maybe for the next meeting, I guess.
Leave it for the next
Leave
meeting,
it for the
considering
next
that
one,
we
yeah.
already have the expo.
Yeah, cause this
on
one
the
is gonna
third.
be an official one
Right.
now.
Yeah, this is the unofficial one, we have the expo, sorry, the expo on
Yeah,
the second.
so I think we're good. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if this one was we were gonna vote on this, that's why I put
And we
C.
probably
But
don't wanna
we're
do it in
good.
December, so it probably will be sometime in January.
Yeah, so I think we're good.
Yeah, the next one, the next
Yeah.
one will be January.
This was just in case B was a hiccup, but we're good. So, we're good there on the new business. Move on to the announcements. The only thing that I really have in my pocket is tomorrow is the state of the town address, right? It's tomorrow?
Thursday.
2 days, 2
Thursday.
days from now, 2 days from now. Is the state of the town address. I think everybody, most of the people here got an email from Joseph inviting you.
Oh, you said, okay, nice.
Yeah, Joseph Sosa sent an invite. So,
The agenda, I think, too, or something.
yeah, I don't know if there's any other announcements here. I know Andrew usually's got something, like what's going on in Main Street and all that.
Just had a question.
Oh, what's up?
What's needed for November 2nd from our part? Just
Yeah, that's,
show up or?
that's right, that was D, forgot about D,
Yeah.
the new business. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna do the expo. I know the chamber offers us a table, cause we are technically like nonprofit and they give us the, a free table there to use. Last time, the issue was we had nobody to man it, so it was just an empty table
Yeah.
with our promotional items on it. So this year, we just kinda need someone to man it. I can't do it, because I'm running around with the camera and like doing the expo stuff. So I can't do the actual manning of
What
it.
are the times?
5 to 8.
Just so.
5 to 8?
5 to 8.
Well, I'm not doing it.
I was in,
I'll just put it on the record so other people can figure out if they can do it.
5 to 8.
So yeah, this is next week. Nobody,
Right?
yeah, it's next week.
Yeah.
It's next Thursday.
I will be there, I just am floating between our
Yeah,
table and the
B&I
B&I
and
table,
everything, yeah.
so, I mean, I
Floating
can
with the chamber,
definitely
that's
cover
the
for a
fun.
certain
Yeah,
amount of time.
I
just
can
can't
do that
commit
too, like I
time.
can sit
Yeah.
there for an hour or something like that, I
Yeah.
just can't be the whole time.
Floating
Right.
with the
Eventually
chamber.
you're gonna do cameras and
I'll
stuff.
go by the table, cause we have a new manager at the Seacoast one, and I told him that I help him out on his table,
Okay,
cause Nancy's got a different job now.
okay. Well, maybe we can all take the table for like an hour.
Yeah,
And
that
then
works.
we just sit there for 30 minutes or an hour.
Let me know whatever you need, sorry guys, I gotta
Yeah,
run.
no worries, no worries. Thanks for everything.
So we're Thursday.
I'll be here next
Last week.
No worries, no worries. Oh, nice.
We
It's
are.
work, but yes,
And we'll just.
VR is beautiful.
We
Yeah,
don't,
it's
we don't
fun.
have quorum anymore. I wanna be very clear, we don't have quorum anymore.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we're voting on it.
I mean, just
We're
adjourn.
not voting,
Does that mean we're stuck here forever?
Oh, wait, come
Um,
We can,
But I
we
mean,
can
that was
adjourn,
good, that
we can
was really
adjourn. We can
So-
adjourn.
That was really it. The
I-
expo
on
just
our
that we're
end,
gonna be there.
We have
That's it.
the parade on the first Sunday of November.
Yeah,
which is the
Veterans Day parade, yeah.
Classic, you guys, I don't know if I have any commitments, anybody wanna?
I think your grandfather was participating, yeah, he's in there.
Yeah, he always goes.
Any-
You gotta
Does
do it.
anybody, cause there's an EDC car that is available to us, does anybody want to represent the town
Right on the
in
parade.
economic development? And
You wanna
ride
get
the
in there,
parade?
stand on that? stand on the
Me?
jeep?
Nah. What time is that? It's like in the morning, right?
It's a 10.
I did it that year I was carrying, I think you gotta be there like at,
You can't help Matthews up.
you gotta be there like at 7:30
No,
to
nah.
get going at 10:30.
Not about
12.
it. Not about it.
Um,
No, before 11's fine. But if it's like at 8 in the morning or 7 in the morning, I'm not.
so
doing that.
it's at 10, so.
Alright, 10 is
Well, the
doable. I
parade's
can
at,
do
the
it.
parade's at
I can
10,
do 10.
Yeah, but you have to
but
go.
you gotta be there like at
early.
8.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there we go.
Well-
See, now we're getting dicey.
You gotta check.
Can you jump on the Jeep by
Gotta
10
do
a.m.?
better.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can jump on a Jeep at 10 in the morning. That's
Hey,
better.
there we go.
I
Just
can do that no problem.
Have the Jeep
I'm
ready,
a veteran.
running.
I'm an old car, I'm not a veteran.
Another thing we
If
have.
I can be the only one there though, is there like, it's just an EDC
Well,
Jeep,
it's-
EDC's
it's
got their
like
own Jeep,
the
and
tree
there's
lighting.
me in the back,
Yeah,
like
well,
a
the
princess.
year
like-
that I did, they had jeeps for each committee, and then, yeah, I sat on
The
there.
tree lighting in November.
Yeah, there's room for 2 people.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
I
two
don't,
people.
I don't have any info on that.
Danny, wanna
Tree
come on
lighting in
Jeep
November.
then?
Saturday, I think it's.
There's room
I
for
think it's the
19th.
19th. I think it's the 19th.
If nobody can do it, that's also fine.
It's the 18th or 19th,
For the
tree lighting.
When is the Veterans Parade again?
The 6th, or the 5th.
The 5th?
The 5th is a Sunday, yeah.
Again, if nobody, if we can't do it, then that's not a problem.
I'll let you know, I can let you know.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Just let me know.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, if it's at 10, I can do that.
December 9th, I know we're skipping months, but it feels like that's a stone's throw away.
It's fine, yeah, that happens.
December 9th, we have the reindeer run. It's the 5K in support of veterans. We were trying to see if any businesses wanna have teams, cause that's like a nice thing to do where, business X has a team of employees and they go and they sign up, just to make it
When is
fun.
that?
That's December 9th. December 9th at Veterans Park. It's in support of veterans.
Can you send us?
I can send you a flyer for it.
Yeah,
as it
Yeah,
is.
and we can send it up from the chamber too, to all the email people.
Maybe you guys wanna make a EDC team?
I don't know about that. But I'll put a B&I team together.
Sure, what time's it
We've done
on?
it in the
This,
past. so
this
I
starts
can-
from like 7 in the
So
morning.
I can send
Hey,
you
what
guys
time's
a
it running?
flyer.
Early.
If you guys want,
It's actually too early for Matthew.
any sponsors of
Early.
interest, that's another thing, but really just trying to get more teams, because teams bring like a fun atmosphere to these kinds of
Cool.
events. So,
Cool.
I think,
Yeah, that
The
works
tree
good.
lighting's the 18th,
yeah,
right before Thanksgiving.
November.
Yeah, so I,
November
Andrew's
is
here,
a Saturday.
let us
On
know.
Main Street.
Yeah. I
And
can-
the lights thing, right?
The light thing,
Festival of
that's it,
Lights.
Festival of Lights is
I'll
November,
cover for Andrew today.
November 18th. It's
Festival of
a
Lights,
Saturday.
November 18th.
It's a Saturday.
Okay.
So that's it, we're good, so somebody,
I think so.
Hello,
What's up?
From Brazil, I sent you an email. Unfortunately, Roberto's Amador's name's been really, I think 2 minutes had him in there, you know, that's our policeman. Well, his name is Amador, and if you check some minutes, ours plus someone else's, they really screwed up his name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't want, you have to put this in the notes, but you might just check.
I have it, I think maybe I corrected it on this.
Okay.
on
I see on the
minutes
last
we
one it's
approved it,
fixed,
so I'll
yeah.
just keep an eye out for.
Yeah, keep an eye
So we
on
have
it,
it.
poor guy.
That was so funny.
His name's Robin, actually, right?
Yeah, it's
Robin.
Robin.
That's his first name, Robin?
Robin Amador.
Robin or Robin?
Robin.
Robin.
That's his first name?
Because I had it on the contract.
Oh, John, you were part of it too.
Might be,
No,
yeah.
I'll,
No, I'm just
the
kidding.
minutes come to
I didn't even
I'll
notice.
double
I
check
forgot
it
it.
or something.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
man,
double
45.
checked that, cause they call him Bob, but I think it's Roberto Amador.
Robin.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he gave me
I have
business
no
card
clue.
once and I put
It
it on
said
the contract,
Robin?
it says Robin.
Oh boy, I
Yeah.
screwed up with him. And I've known him since he joined the.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I honestly have no clue. I can't blame you there, John.
Wow.
Okay.
We'll just call him Officer
That's it
Amador.
for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Amador.
For me, it was just always officer, Amador. Or just officer.
That's cool. Well, I move we adjourn, so that's
Oh,
acceptable.
Cool.
I'll second it.
Cool. All in favor?
Aye.
We're free.